back to Nano Education. In the last video, we created our landing page for NanoStream. That was a pretty big of a success because apparently we were able to create a landing page, which is one of the most important parts of creating a website or a theme, especially in this case. And we were able to create a quick navbar. This navbar is pretty cool. So today we're gonna focus on the login and the sign up. All right. So let's go ahead and in your root directory, you want to create a login.html. Now, it's going to be very similar to index.html in terms of the header and footer. So we're just going to copy it and paste it in login. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is from the first section, right right after the header, all the way down before the footer, erase. So all you want to have is your navbar and your footer remaining. Then we're going to go ahead and head over to login. So we're going to do login first to actually get that out of the way. It's pretty simple. For that reason, I'm going to do it first. So inside, right here, you want to create a section with the ID of login. Then I want to create a container. Inside that container, you want a card, right, that has the mx.auto class as a my4, which means margin y, so on the top and bottom, and then tab over. Now you want to have a style, which is going to be width of 25 rem. Now you may be like, well, I'm not inserting to CSS. Not really worth it, just one line, so just do it here. Alright, then inside this div, this is a card div, isn't it? So inside of this, we have a card-body. This is bootstrap card, remembering. Then we have an h4, so h4 with the class of text, that's center. And then that's going to say login. So let's check it out. Hold it if I can spell. I say login. Alright, great. So what we want to go and do is, right after this h4, I want a form class. Now I want to remove it. Inside the form, we want a form-group. Inside of that, we want a label for username. Is what's going to say email address. Alright? So then, below that, we want to input with the type of text and a class of form-control. Alright? Boom. Then, right after this div, we want another form-group, which inside this form-group, we're going to have a label for password, and then also password. Then we're going to have an input with the type of password, so our password is stolen. Just kidding, we'll have more authentication than that, more security, and a class of form-control. Boom. Now outside of that div, we want to input with the type, so we want to type a submit. Alright, it has to have a value of login, so login, if I spell. Then I want a class of btn-primary, and then mb-3, so we want margin bottom-3. Alright? Good. Because right under this input button, we're going to have a p tag that says don't have, so we're going to say don't have an account. Then we're going to have an a tag that's going to go to /signup.html, which we'll create just in a second. And also say is sign up. Alright? And boom. Here it is. I know, so basically, the only reason why, so when we get into Django and all, right? We will be, we'll be changing up the template a little bit. Maybe that's like adding maybe more attributes, 1 or 2. So for this point right now, that's why I want to keep it pretty simple here, alright? That's why I don't want to have many links. But once we get into Django, we cannot do this, .html. And so you'll see when we get there. It's going to be like, we're going to have to use different syntax and all. But do not worry. I will guide you through everything in that, alright? So, we're done with our login page. We can go and quit that out. Goodbye, login page. Then we want to create a signup.html. Signup.html. So, I want to grab login.html since it's literally good. And then paste it into signup. But we're going to write, so then, once again, erase everything before the footer. After the footer to the section. Alright, erase the whole section. Just have the footer and section. Header and footer remaining. Then, we're just going to write a little more code. So, it does have a little more markup. So we're going to do a section with the ID of sign up, a container, or I'm going to go a little faster since we got the drill. We want to div with the class card, mx-auto, and my-4. And then we want to give this a style attribute of a width of 100%. So then, inside this div, we want a card-body. Inside the card-body, we're going to have a h4 with the class of text-center and margin bottom -3. No, that's mb-3. There. And which inside that is going to just say sign up. Below that h4, we want a form tag. But then we want to remove the action. We'll figure that out when we go to Django. Inside the form tab, we're going to have a div with a call. Alright, actually no. Before that, we have a form-row div. This is basically Bootstrap form columns. And then we'll have a call div. Inside that, we're going to have a label for first name, which is going to be first name. Alright, and then an input, which have a text, and it's going to have a class of form-control. Alright, then below that we want a, then, hold it. So we did these two inputs, right? But we forgot the form group. So, copy these and just create a form-group. Inside that, paste that, make sure it formats correctly. Then below this call div, you want to create another call div. Inside of that, we're going to have this, literally almost a similar thing. So we're going to have a form group. Inside of that, we're going to have a label for last name, which is going to say last name. Then an input of type of text, and a class of form-control. I was going to check out how sign up looks like. So sign up. Alright, so we have a dual column layout. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, right below this call div, we're going to have no more column divs. We're just going to have more form groups. So we're going to do a form group. And this time is going to be for our username. And you're about to see what I mean. So label, username, username. And then we're going to have an input, which is going to be basically with the class of form-control. And then why did I add it next to? Oh, we got it. Oh, then. So what you want to go and do, just copy the form group we just created. Get out of the form row. Alright, so we're going to get out of that and then paste it there. There we go. Now, inside this form group, we're going to have a small text with the class of form-text and text-muted. Text-muted. Which inside that, we're going to say your username, so this is just a quick warning, will be displayed publicly. Also used as your channel name if you choose to create one. If you choose to create one. Alright, boom. We just want a quick warning for the user because we want the user to exactly know what their information, which one's being released and or not. Then, below that, we're going to have another form group, but after the form group div. So, every time we have an input label, it's a form group. Alright, that's a quick tip for Bootstrap. Now, we're going to have our email address. So, label for email, and then email address. Alright? Then, we want to input with the type of email, and a class of form-control. Alright? Outside this form group, we're going to have another form group. So, form-group. Inside of that, we're going to have a label for password and password. Then we want to input, which is going to be a type of password, in the class of form-control. Then after that, we're going to have another form group. I know this is getting very repetitive. But the only reason I'm just saying it out loud is so you can remember just like how I do. Like, you do not have to keep on looking at Bootstrap documentation every time you want to create another form. That's why I'm literally saying it out loud, since there's some auditory listeners out there who learn from auditory. So we're going to have label for confirm password. Alright? Which is going to literally say confirm password. And an input with the type of password. And a class of form-control. Alright, then outside this form group, we'll have an input with the type of submit. So submit. We're going to have a value for sign up. So hopefully you spell that right. So not sing up, sign up. Then we'll have a class of btn, btn-primary. So primary. then then MB-3. So MB-3. So let's see if it looks right. There we go. So after this input, we're gonna have a P tab that says already have an account. Alright? We're gonna give it an A tab, we're gonna say login.html, and we're gonna say login. Alright, so let's go test it out. So if I look at this form, I click on login, it takes me to login. But when I sign up, boom. So we have both navigation working, and we can check it out from up here. Login, sign up. So basically the sign up form is pretty, so like we have more fields in the sign up form, but what I'm planning on actually doing is making this the email address login, just the email address login. And the only reason I'm saying email address login, only reason I'm doing that is so we can authenticate the users, so like we have more wide variety. So I'm probably gonna allow multiple. You can have any username. So like everyone must have a unique username, so we're not we don't have like duplicate channels if both people decide to apply for a channel. So that's all gonna be done in the planning for our Django project. I'm just giving you a hint towards what's coming. Alright, so far in terms of the site, right, the site that we're going on, let me just put in the desktop view a bit, so we can get that experience. So in terms of what's going on, alright, so, alright, let me repeat that. So in terms of what's going on, so this is just a landing. This is the front end for a user that doesn't sign in. Alright, we have about page remaining. Alright, that's one thing we have to do. Then once we get inside, so once you actually log in, you go to log in, right? Once logged in, it's going to take you to a whole brand new UI. So basically, the inside of our app, like our thing is going to be like our video platform is going to be totally different from our outside of what you see. This is just for the general user that this comes across, alright? And what I'm also planning is that once we can insert some data in Django now, we'll have like a section here that says top pick channels or creators that are booming, anything like that. All right. So give me suggestions if you think we should implement a feature that I probably didn't. You think it'll be pretty cool to have, all right, in the comment section below. I'll be happy to take suggestions and I'll see if I can implement it. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next one.